and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the par, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo.
We are live!
Do it for Deuce.
Happy Friday morning. Oh my goodness, we've got so much to talk about. We are finally back in Sacramento, and we are live to talk some NBA basketball. How are we doing?
What up, Deuce?
Hey.
Hey, Morgan.
Hello.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
Let's go, Kane.
Appreciate you guys, the basketball sickos, live with us tonight because we are way late. Shout out to Hector who says, acknowledge me. Acknowledge all the basketball sickos in the live chat on a Friday morning. Shout out to KC, Digital Henry, Jake, Brian, the baby daddy, Wes. You guys are basketball sickos.
You guys are sick. Sick.
Almost as sick as the end of that game.
Yeah.
With a dreadful call. Seriously, thanks for being here. We're just going to get right into the podcast.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about from the end of this game to the shift, maybe? Young shift?
A hopeful shift.
Malik Monk, DNPCD.
Interesting.
And some more trade rumors and some stuff around the league. What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
I mean, even from the start of my makeup fiasco.
Oh, we got to talk about that. Don't let me forget about that.
Can't forget that. I swear I have like a pimple growing on my lip.
Yeah, your hair is just going a while too, but hey.
You want to talk
we're
about
here.
your ugly face?
I didn't say anything about you being ugly. All right. If you're wide awake,
Give me a hell yeah!
shout out in the chat says, man, seeing the 6-21 record is crazy.
I know.
It really is.
Sometimes I laugh, and other times I don't cry, but I'm just like, what?
Matthew Smith says, hey, the 2-minute report should clear it all up. Yeah, it'll make us feel better.
Please.
All right, you ready to start this bad
I
boy?
am ready.
Deuce and Mo coming down in 3, 2, 1. Hit my music.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.
Hey, welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast. Recording this. Oh, it's Friday morning.
Yeah.
We're recording this after midnight, 12:31 a.m. Pacific time. Why so late, guys? Why so late? We were in San Francisco, and then we watched an NBA game that went nearly 3 hours. The Kings in Portland tonight, a place they don't win very often, and they did not win tonight. Although a lot of good things tonight at the end of the game. It was a tough pill to swallow for a Sacramento Kings team in desperate need of a win. They thought they got it done in overtime. DeMar DeRozan's jumper in the OT session. That's a wrap ball game, right? Nah. Denny Abdia pushing the other way. Launches a shot. Buzzer goes off. Because it made that sound, right?
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Red lights on, double zeros, but then you hear a whistle. And in the distance, you see a Mark Davis hand go up. Foul Russell Westbrook. They go review it to make sure the foul occurred before time expired, and they claimed it did with 1.5 seconds to go. Denny Abdia with the free throws, and that was enough to secure a Blazers win 134-133 in overtime. The Kings are now 6-21, tied for the second worst record in the Western Conference. This podcast is always presented by our friends over at Sentivo Vineyards and Winery. I'm Deuce Mason. That's Morgan Reagan. Hi, Mo.
Hi, Deuce. Great to be back.
What a weird game, huh?
It was just a weird day, but yeah, weird game. It's so tough with this team because when you start to see them fall apart and crumble like they were in the fourth quarter, you just go, all right, this is what it is, like another one of these games. When they started to fight back, it was exciting. When they pushed it to OT, I was excited. It does, I would say, on a personal note, the only sucky part is when it's a 7:00 start and it's an away game. Just being in San Francisco, sometimes you're just like, damn, okay. Well, then if you're going to push me this fucking late, you better win this game, all right? Because I'm not going to get home till late. And they didn't hear me, and they ended up losing in OT.
Man.
I know.
There's so much we have to discuss. What happened at the end of the game, how they got back in the game, a new starting lineup we saw tonight that really didn't last too long, and a lot of the young guys, followed by Malik Monk not playing in this game. Did not play. Coach's decision for Malik Monk. So many layers. Let's just start like the end of the game.
Okay. Yeah.
The very end overtime, because that's the lead in this one. Anyone who's watching this game and saw the Kings come back from down 18 in this game with 4:36 to play. They were down 10 with a minute to play. Hell, they were down 6 in the overtime session. DeMar DeRozan, one-on-one with C.D. Sissoko, got the switch. And right when I saw it, I'm like, oh, he's making this shot. And he got a great look, buried the shot.
Got the mismatch, buried it.
Then you see Avdia make his move the other way. There definitely looked like there was, like, watching it live, I thought there was some contact. Who made the contact? It wasn't clear. It was like, oh, maybe the Kings fouled someone. But then the horn went off.
Yeah.
You thought they won the game.
They thought they won the game.
The late whistle. I think that's what kills me watching this.
Is how late the whistle was.
Morgan, watching the replay and seeing Mark Davis, red lights on, hold up his fist indicating a foul when he's a trail official. I'm not even sure he had the best angle on it.
He didn't.
And that's how the game is decided?
So as soon as it happened, I was like, yeah, it's a foul. Like, duh. Going into post game, I was like, yeah, I thought it was a foul. You know, marginal contact, whatever. Like, you win some, you lose some. I think if the Kings were in a different position, I think I would be more pissed off and be like, no, you need this win. Like, that was a foul. But because, I don't know, maybe where we are, maybe I've changed as a human and I've matured. I don't know. I was just like, it is what it is. Marginal contact, different officiating crews are going to call different things. Then Deuce started showing me the replay 700 times within commercial breaks when we were in the postgame show. And I was like, well, shit, maybe that wasn't a foul.
And looking at it, they went to the replay. They went to the review to see, right, if the foul occurred before time expired. And in their estimation, it did. They said it happened with 1.5. And, you know, you frame it on 1.5 from various angles. And I don't see how you can call that foul on Westbrook. I mean, Avdia's swinging the ball toward, like, Westbrook's face. Like, he's
initiating the contact.
As Draymond would say about Sabonis, he's using the ball as a weapon.
Oh.
As a weapon.
Sure.
And, I mean, I going back and looking at it, you're like, okay, maybe there was some initial contact, but that came with like 2 seconds left. And look, they're moving in transition if it was marginal, if that. But at 1.5, I'm looking at this going, where is it? Because it is Denny Avdia leaning into Westbrook in this situation.
Yeah, you can't even see Westbrook's arm because Avdia's arm is in the way, right? Like it's not crossing each other, whatever. Yeah, and then first time that we saw this play, I thought the way that Keon and Russ both kind of collided or made contact with each other, that is what like took Avdia off his path. And I'm like, okay, well then it was a foul on someone. But no, when you see it from this angle, you do question like, where is the foul? And then now Mark Davis is in the corner where you can't see right now.
No, he's at the mid-court line.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But at the other angle, he was right there.
Got you.
So anyway, Mark Davis is right there in the corner, whatever. My point to that being, though, he's reacting off of the reaction of Denny Avdia. He's not, I don't think he's necessarily like, oh yeah, I have like hawk eyes and I can see that from where I'm at, you know?
He seemed like he was so far out of the play that he didn't have the best angle. Now, he's a crew chief, right? And if there's a foul, they have to call it. If they think it's a judgment, right?
Mhm.
If they think it's a foul, someone's got to blow the whistle. Well, the officials closest did not blow it. Mark Davis thought it was a foul, so he blew the whistle. And it was beyond late, but in his mind, it's like, it doesn't matter if it's late. We have to get the call right.
Yeah.
They didn't blow it. I'm waiting for them to make the call. I'm here as a crew chief. I thought it was a foul. I'm blowing the whistle. And unfortunately, it's a tough thing because you can't challenge. The Kings didn't have a challenge. They didn't have a timeout, even if they did have a challenge. So they wouldn't have been able to challenge. And it's just a shame that a game has to be decided in that way. And I'm sure the last 2-minute report's going to come out and say, actually, there was or there was some contact by Russ. They're not going to make you feel any better about this anyway. I don't know. I just look at that and it was just mind-numbing for a game to finish that way. Yes, the perspective is it doesn't win or loss really matter for Sacramento. No, but for these players who played in the game tonight,
this is
who
the angle.
battled their asses off to get back in this game, who didn't roll over and go, well, we suck, woe is me. No, they came down 18, down 15 with a minute to go, right? Or
they were so excited. They were so excited you could tell down the stretch to finally like pull out a W, whatever, like morale. It was all about morale. And that's why, there's going to be people like hearing this and hearing that it was a controversial call. And people are going to like, who cares? Like, why would this game even matter? And it's exactly just for that. So
they played with intensity and they didn't give up. DeMar DeRozan was spectacular. He had 22 points in the fourth quarter in overtime, 14 points in the overtime session. He's knocking down threes on a night where the Kings didn't make a lot of threes. Hell, it was another night where they didn't take a lot of threes. DeMar was unbelievable with some of the shot making.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, all right, we're gonna win this game. He was getting downhill, big and one. I mean, think about the play late where he forced overtime. It was kind of a broken play, right? Where Russ inbounds it. It was a bad inbound pass.
Very bad.
He's trying to get to Keegan, I think.
He was.
And Avdia kind of broke it up.
Well, he was denying Keegan. Like Russ basically threw it into Avdia's arms. Like,
and it deflects right to DeMar.
Yeah.
And DeMar's able to make his move. Chris Murray goes for that pump fake, flies on by into like the baseline corner.
yeah.
And then DeMar buries a three.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But like even down the stretch of this game, God, I'm all over the place now. I was thinking about DeMar shots, but the Blazers allowing the Kings to get back in this with so many missed free throws.
I mean,
bad turnovers.
I was going to say just mistakes all around. Like I was almost laughing. I felt bad, but I was laughing because like as a Kings fan, I've seen it. I've been there before. And I'm like, how the hell are they allowing the Kings not only to get back into this, but to stay in it and almost win this game because of what they were doing, shooting themselves in the foot over and over again. And the Kings, though, did a really good job of capitalizing off of their mistakes late.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how about the inbound where Keegan was able to steal that ball?
Yeah, and save it to Max.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. You had missed free throws. The one where I thought, okay, it's over is when you had the missed free throws, then Max was trying to get the rebound, but Russ was right there, and they lost out of bounds.
Yeah, that was
But
tough.
just so many missed opportunities. And then, like, you're talking about the Kings capitalizing. DeMar hit some unbelievable shots.
Sure.
Like, he had 1-3 on Jeremy Grant, where I'm like, he had no business making that shot, but he's in that zone. He is just such a fucking bucket.
Yeah. No, and you see his value at this age as a professional, as a veteran, in these moments, because that's what makes him still so fun and again so valuable and impactful for a young group, an older group. It doesn't matter what type of group it is. And overall, with this game, it was just fun that even right now that we're actually talking about specific plays down the stretch that led to a Kings loss. We're not going, we'll get to this part, but like, when we talk about the rotations, the minutes or this or big picture, it's like, it was so fun to finally see a game where it didn't end in the Kings losing in double figures or anything. It's Carlin's all
amped up. He's all amped up.
God.
He's frustrated after that bad call at the end of the game. Yeah, I'm with you. It was one of the most entertaining games of the season.
Yeah.
And it was entertaining for me for multiple reasons, right? Not only the finish. When you come back from down 18 with 4:36 to play, they were down 15 with a minute 53. They were down 10 with a minute to go in regulation. That shit's crazy to come back because so many things have to go right. It has to be missed free throws. It has to be like, turnovers and missed defensive assignments and then just clutch shot making. You almost have to be perfect down the stretch. And the Kings, in a lot of ways, were perfect down the stretch. And then you have, some of the issues where overtime, it kind of got away from them again. They get down 6. But it was just crazy to see the game unfold in that way. Also, the bright spots of the young guys playing. Also, who didn't play tonight. Like, it's just crazy. Like, we just witnessed a game where Dario Saric played and Malik Monk did not. And this was a coach's decision. Like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah. And can we go into that then? And then we can talk. We can just like bounce around, right?
Yeah. Just one more thing on DeMar. So his final numbers, by the way, 22 points on 5 of 6 shooting, 3 of 4 from 3, and 9 of 9 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter and overtime combined.
Amazing. No, amazing.
And I bring it up because he has been like a much different player as of late. It seems like he hasn't been as aggressive. He's allowing other guys to do their thing. And even tonight, 10 for 16, 10 of 10 at the free throw line, ends up with 33 points. But at the end of this game, the guy is just an unbelievable shot maker. And if you're a contending team or if you're a team trying to make some noise in the playoffs, how do you not look at DeMar DeRozan and go, God, like he still has it. Like he can still get these mismatches. He's still a tough shot maker and he's pretty damn clutch.
You have the right roster. It makes sense. That's what it is.
I mean, that's got to be a guy that has to be on other teams' radars for sure.
Yeah, no. And it's nice to see him make that type of impact late in a game like this.
So where do you want to go?
So want to go to the DMP and I guess, Dario Saric playing is just like, I don't understand. I don't understand even for a second. Like I can't comprehend. There's no words. Like, how am I even supposed to break that down for anyone?
I mean, it's strange for this reason. He hasn't played since the 3rd game of the season. All right, Halloween had not happened yet the last time Dario Saric played for Sacramento. I was searching for okay, what could be the reason why he would play him tonight?
So,
Portland size?
Yeah,
that was the only thing, Portland size. But I also go, well, they've also played other teams that have a serious size advantage over them too.
Thank you.
He's also an expiring contract. At this time of year, you're like, with trade rumors and stuff, and you're going, you have to consider everything. Is he getting some run just so he could show another team he can still move on an NBA floor? They haven't seen him in a few months. I don't know. I was very confused, and the only thing I left with was, all right, maybe it was a Portland size thing, and they wanted a different look, and they wanted to make sure to combat the size or something. I don't get it. I'm not saying I agree with it.
No, I know.
But I was searching the same way. He ends up playing. How many minutes in this game? He plays 10 minutes in this game. He did not score. He had 3 fouls and a rebound.
And he left. And he left the game even at one point because he got hit in the lip and then bleeding, had to go back, and then still came back in. Yeah. Again, I'm not even like, oh man, why did he play? He shouldn't have played. It was just confusing, especially when you look at a game 2 that Malik Monk had a DMP, and I can't sit there, look at that situation. I talked to you about this all the way back from San Francisco, and I'm just like, I'm not going to sit here and speculate, but I'm also not going to be naive to a situation. Like, it's weird. It's no matter what, that's what he's never had a DNP in Sacramento. Like, it's weird.
I was looking back, and unless I missed one from his Lakers days, I mean, I think you have to go back to Charlotte where he got a did not play coach's decision. Malik Monk does not play in this game. And, we've seen moments where his minutes are down. And I'm trying to figure out what to make of it too, because it's similar to like with Keon, where you're watching Keon Ellis going, I mean, this guy should be playing on the Sacramento Kings, and he's racking up DNPs or not playing. It doesn't make sense. Well, tonight in a game where Zach LaVine was out, right? He's out at least a week, being reevaluated a week. I don't know. Have we just reached the point of the season where it's like, hey, it's either going to be Keon or Malik playing? Like, we can't play both. We just can't play both, which they have played both, by the way. And when they do, it actually kind of works. But like maybe tonight, again, against Portland, I'm searching here, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe tonight against Portland size, you're like, you know what? We can't play so many guards. We're going bigger tonight, and we're going to give Keon an opportunity because we're trying to lean into some different lineups. We are 6-20 coming into this game.
Yes.
We have to get some different looks. But it is definitely a story when Malik Monk, who's been such a valuable piece to this team the last few years, is not playing in a game because the coach goes, no, he's not playing tonight. Like, it's a story. And look, at this point in the time, you go back to, again, trade rumors happening. We've known his name has been out in trade rumors going back to the offseason with Jonathan Kuminga. So you're like, okay, is this like, are they sitting him for a stretch here? Is this now Keon getting some run here? I don't know. I mean, you're trying to look at what would you do instead? Mm-hmm. You're looking at the minutes tonight, and I know it was overtime, so minutes are a little crazier. Max, we'll talk about him and the young guys. But from the veterans, DeMar played 34 in the total. Russ played 35. Keon played 32. That's a lot of minutes. Dennis only played 22.
Yeah.
I mean, it becomes a numbers game at this point where it's like, where would you have fit him in tonight? So if you say you have too many guards, it just goes back to the same stuff we keep talking about.
Bro.
And I'm a big believer in Malik Monk. I like his game. Mm-hmm. I think he should play, but someone has to sit.
And I'm not even I'm not mad or anything about it. I'm more like looking at this situation and going, what? Why? And especially if Keon was on that list forever of the DMP situation, then why was it pushed on Malik? Did something happen? Like, is something happening? And so anyway, it's hard to talk about when you don't have any information on it, except that Jason Anderson did put out that he asked about it, and he didn't ask Doug, but he asked whoever. And
he said a source said there was no trade imminent.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on with that, at least at the moment.
So anyway, so like that's all we have on it, but like I'm still just sitting here like, okay, well then, I think the bigger issue is, and the issue that we've known all season long, that there's far too many guards on this team, especially when you have talent that should be playing. And you can only imagine if Zach LaVine was healthy.
Yeah.
When Sabonis is healthy.
And
what
we've
that's
seen
gonna
that,
mean.
right?
Yeah.
We've seen when Dennis is here and LaVine's playing and you got Russ, then all of a sudden it's like Keon or Monk's playing, and one of them's only playing like 18 minutes. And unless Monk is crushing it, and maybe his minutes go up and then Schroeder's minutes go down. Like, that's what it comes down to. But it is crazy. This is one of the first times I can remember seeing Malik Monk be in a situation like this in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Going back to when it was kind of unstable for him with the Hornets. So I'll say this to his credit. I was watching too. Like, he was into the game. He was up, like being a great teammate as his team was battling back from 18 down to make this a game. And when it looked like they were winning, he looked all fired up about it, which I absolutely love to see from Malik Monk. But it does bum me out too. I'm a big Malik Monk fan, and he's too talented of a player in this league to be getting DNP CDs, especially on a 6-21 team. But it goes back to, okay, where do you go? Who's not playing?
So now some of the good.
Well, I feel like tonight is an indicator. I could be wrong, but has the shift been made? I asked Doug Christie the other night after practice, the other day after practice. I'm like, this guy played DeMar DeRozan 39 minutes last game, right? 39 minutes. And I asked Doug, I'm like, how do you balance it, right? Because I guessing you don't want to play DeMar DeRozan 39 minutes. How do you balance getting the vets their time, but also like you're 6-20? How do you find time
Yeah.
for some of these young guys? And he said, I can't be playing DeMar 39 minutes. We know that. And we have to develop these younger players. Now, he has also said some of that stuff before this year. He's talked about needing to play Nick Clifford more. And then the game happens and it kind of gets away. Maybe it's closer than they anticipate, and they end up leaning into trusting the vets or whatever. We've talked about that a lot of times. Well, tonight was this the shift by Doug Christie and the Sacramento Kings where they go, okay, we're going to lower some of these vets' minutes and start embracing the young talent on this team? Maxime Raynaud got the start again. Keon Ellis ends up playing 32 minutes in this game. Nick Clifford plays 20 minutes in this game. We saw Dylan Cardwell play in this game.
Yeah.
16 minutes and did some things. I mean, you played 3 rookies. Keegan getting great opportunity. Hell, Keegan and Maxime Raynaud combined for 37 shot attempts tonight.
Hey.
So I guess that's the question. Do you think the shift has been made? Are they really going to do this now where they lean more into giving the young guys extended minutes and allow them to cook?
No. I don't. I think Zach LaVine being out and Sabonis being out is still just right there. And I think I will be able to say the shift's being made, Deuce, when I see it for 4 games straight and Zach LaVine and Sabonis are back, or even Zach LaVine back. That's because Max is getting these opportunities because Sabonis is out. Or is he? Will we still see that shift? Like we're saying, obviously there would be a difference in his minutes. Duh. But I need to see that shift still be made when Sabonis is back. And then the same thing for LaVine. We've seen him in and out a few times. We get excited when we see some of these younger guys, even Nick Clifford getting 20 minutes tonight. But Deuce, I thought maybe because in tonight's game, we started to see that even with DeMar DeRozan's minutes, what were they? It was 20 something going into the fourth. It was just lower than usual. And I was like, that's why we started talking about the shift.
The game ended in regulation, he would have been playing 29 minutes tonight.
Okay.
But because the game went longer, they went into overtime. DeMar ends up playing just under 35 minutes. Westbrook played 35 minutes.
You seem more optimistic about a shift than me.
Yeah. I mean, the one reason, and I hear what you're saying about the injuries. Once Sabonis gets back, if he's still on this team, who knows? And we don't know when he's coming back. Should be reevaluated soon. Yeah, I mean, Sabonis is playing 30-plus minutes a night.
Yeah.
But you have to find a way to play Max.
I agree.
And we'll talk more about him in a second.
Okay.
But seeing Neek get that many minutes tells me something. Cardwell getting that many minutes as a two-way guy tells me something. Keon, I get Zach was 30. I mean, it made Malik Monk sit DNP-CD. That's a shift. That is a shift. And so I'm thinking that this is where they realize where they're at. And although the vets are still on this team, one thing you can control is minutes and distributing them in a more effective way. Let's talk Maxime Raynaud.
Oh, please. What a bright spot so far.
29 points, 11 rebounds in this game, 10 of 20 shooting, 1 of 3 from downtown. He was 8 of 9 at the free throw line. I remember watching him early in the season, and I was like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not ready yet. The experience has helped him so much, and he got this experience because Sabonis was out, but Eubanks was the starter.
Absolutely.
Eubanks wasn't playing well enough. Max was inserted in, and Max has just gotten better and better each game. Tonight, going toe-to-toe with Klingon. It was a battle. Klingon talking shit. Maxime playing tough. What stood out to you about Max's game specifically in this game?
Okay, specifically in this game, would probably be his ability to make a decision. I don't even necessarily want to say like, oh, he was so decisive in this game, because I think there was times where he was slower than usual on some of those things. But it was to make a decision to go or to shoot or to pass or to whatever it was. Him in the 2-man game with Russ, like it would be a nice go screen, whatever, slip, kind of push off. Just his timing was perfect. Russ's pass was good. Then there was other times he had the pump fake on Klingon, put the ball on the floor, went to the basket.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I love seeing that. He had made a 3 earlier, and then in the corner he gets the ball, and Klingon decides to close out. And it was just such a smart move. Klingon does not have the speed if you attack that closeout. And what a smart decision by Maxime Raynaud to put that ball on the floor. It's something he did in college. We saw it in the summer league too. It's one of the aspects of his game that really intrigued me. Ooh, I like that.
Deuce, he was so confident, and like you could just tell he's just playing basketball out there. He's not going, I'm better than you, so I'm going to take the ball and go. I'm better than you, so I'm going to shoot this basketball when I have an opportunity. No, he is just like trying to make the right play, and the experience and the opportunities are allowing him to make the right play with so many different units without having to be like, I need to be the guy out here. Or I need to make something happen out here. He's a sponge. He's just soaking in the knowledge, and he's growing right in front of our eyes.
Seems like he just gets tougher too.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like he's getting used to the NBA physicality. And watching this game late, I'm going, this guy's a rookie in the NBA, playing in a tight game, clawing back on the road, big moments in the fourth quarter and overtime. It's such a valuable experience for him. And this is what we talk about, is like getting this chance for him to just go out there and make mistakes early on and then learn from them. And then it's not like he was perfect tonight. Like the one thing I would love to see more of is he needs to have more confidence in his 3-point shot. There are too many times he gets a ball on the perimeter, and especially early, where it's like, if they're playing off you, fuck it. Shoot the ball. Like, especially on this team where they do not take enough threes. I mean, the Kings played an overtime game with 5 extra minutes of basketball, and they took 19 threes tonight. That's an absurdly low number. On the other side, Portland took 45 threes. That's crazy. So Max, like, do not hesitate on those threes. And I'm not even sure he's going to be a good 3-point shooter, but I think he's a capable one. And if he's open, I know he can knock them down. I want him taking them, is my point.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm totally, because I know sometimes his shot, like there's still so much he needs to work on with that shot. That's fine. But you learn in game situations, like obviously not on the mechanics, not on the form, but even with the mentality of knowing how much quicker a shot needs to be, depending on what the speed and the length and everything else is happening within these NBA guys that are defending you. So yeah, no, it's I love him in the 2-man game. I love him with the ball in his hands. I love when he's taking the shot from the outside. I
think one of the big shifts too with him since early in the season is just finishing at the rim.
Yeah.
And he just looking much more confident, not looking rushed. There was one play we talked about in the second half that, all right, I feel like if you look back on it, he probably wishes he would have attacked it differently when he had Shaedon Sharpe on him in the post. And he got the ball and he just quickly threw it up instead of trying to back him down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
it
mismatch.
Was in transition. He got it passed up to him, and it's like he kind of got it out of the paint. So he was like, I'm just going to do this little push shot or whatever. That's a difficult baseline shot to take. Like,
go attack him. Yeah, make a move. And if the defense collapse, get off.
Screw up.
Exactly.
Yep.
But
because
like,
you missed it
we're
anyway.
nitpicking here. The guy ends up with a career night, 29 points, 11 rebounds, 10 of 20 shooting. He's your second round pick, and he's showing growth as a rookie. Like, this is just, that's what you want, you know. And what is he long term? I don't know, man. Like, there are still going to be issues with him defensively, especially like I think guards can attack him on switches. That's just a problem that some bigs face in this league, especially how teams hunt all the time. But
he's a smart defender.
He's a very smart defender.
Can he get better at that? You know, like, can he work on his body and his movements laterally?
If he's still alive. I thought Jeremy Grant killed him tonight.
Oh, my God.
That Jeremy Grant dunk was
if he's still
insane.
No, that was That was nasty. It was, and that's what I feel like that's going to happen a lot to Maxime Raynaud because he is the type that isn't going to like let up.
Yeah.
And
he's trying to block the shot. And Jeremy Grant I'm going to jam it on your head.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yep.
It was just a nasty jam.
Give him the GGs. GGs.
It was insane.
I'll get you next time. I'll get you next
He also
year.
took a shot from Kamara tonight. Remember on the elbow, the
Oh,
flagrant?
yeah. Oh,
right
my
to the neck.
God. That was, yep.
Dude.
He's tough. I mean, he's leaving games with scratches and bruises and all the things that a big should be leaving with, just battling out there all night. So,
I was encouraged by both rookie bigs tonight.
I know.
Dylan Cardwell, we've watched him in Stockton a few times this year. And seeing the growth in his game, even from the start in Sacramento, and there was a time we were calling a Stockton game, even a few weeks back, where he got the ball, and I'm like, he does not look comfortable with the ball.
Putting it on the floor, facing, squaring up. No.
He's gotten better and better.
Yes.
And his rebounding's always there. He just looks a little more in control with his body as well. Because I thought even early on when he got some brief minutes, it seems like 10 years ago, but early in the season with Sacramento before he went to the G League, it felt like he was just flying around out there, like chaotic, like
just using his young athleticism and not being controlled with it. Yeah.
And tonight, I felt like there was so much more control.
Yeah.
He rebounded fantastically. He was on a switch with Shaden Sharp. Remember? Shaden Sharp was trying to like break him down, and Sharp, late shot clock situation, puts up a shot blocked by Cardwell.
He finished with 7 rebounds, 8 points, 3 offensive rebounds.
Exactly.
Oh, and didn't he have some free throws, Deuce Mason?
Dylan Cardwell in this game.
2 of 4.
2 of 4 at the line, but he also had 2 blocks in this game total, I believe.
Yes. Oh, I see 3 on mine.
3. So he had 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks in 16 minutes.
Damn, dude.
The free throws, 2 of 4. Yeah, the free throw shooting has been an adventure for him. He's been an awful free throw shooter.
Awful.
He made his first 2 tonight.
Yeah.
And he's been making them more in the G League recently. I mean, there are stretches he was like airballing free throws. So
back-to-back
it's
airballs. Yeah.
He's a guy that plays with a lot of passion and joy. He's a freak athlete, has a knack for rebounding. And if he's showing the growth with controlling his body, improving the free throws, finishing better around the basket, you might have something there. What's it mean? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, he's not going to do too much.
No,
he needs to rebound, block shots, and dunk the basketball.
You know, there were so many things that Neemias Queta couldn't do when he was with Stockton, and then, barely saw anything with the Sacramento Kings. There's so many things that he couldn't do. But that is always what was focused on, what he couldn't do, not what the potential of what he can do and how maybe he can manage this mentality or this part about his body or this part about being, aggressive or controlling his energy or controlling his body, whatever. And I just hope that even if people don't go in that direction right away when they're evaluating talent, I just hope that developing guys in Sacramento can go in that direction.
Yeah.
Really hoping it can.
I was very excited about what I saw.
Same.
And so it's, if down the stretch of the season, you're seeing more Cardwell and Maxime. And
I'd be so happy about, and by the way, I'd be happy. And that's why going back to even this whole conversation being about the shift, it's like, yeah, I'm down to lose and see the shift because then you're seeing what you could possibly have in the future. You have to see past the W's and the L's for this season, but being able to see those pieces.
This is one of the examples of having some hope.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not over here going, dude, the Kings, Maxime Raynaud, Dylan Cardwell, these guys could both be all-stars. I'm not dropping crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
But when you're a bad team and you're in this weird spot, you haven't made your trades yet, it's really hard sometimes. But when you start like seeing a young guy get better before your eyes, like we have seen with Maxime Raynaud, like we have seen with Dylan Cardwell tonight, that's exciting. Even Neat Clifford tonight. Neat Clifford was much more aggressive offensively. And that's what I need to see. And then I thought defensively in this game, he had some really strong moments, even on Denny Abdia. Now, he got into some foul trouble, had 3 fouls, ends up not playing a ton down the stretch, but ends up playing 20 minutes. I was like, oh, wow, he looks far more comfortable tonight.
Yeah. He's another guy that, like, I want to see him be able to even play and fight through 3 fouls, you know, and I get it. He's not going to get those opportunities when it's like down the stretch and Doug wants to trust Russ and DeMar, like understanding what they want to do, trying to get those wins, however they feel. Yes, I get it. But those are the moments that I want to see him grow through. So hopefully that shift can go there too.
Yeah, especially going up against this Blazers team. And again, he's not perfect from a size perspective against this Portland team, but the Kings don't have many great options. All I know is you saw Portland when the Kings did lean back into like DeMar and some of the vets out there, like some of the lineups. Shane Sharp was getting downhill again.
Yeah.
Denny Abdia was getting the matchups he wanted. And all of a sudden he got going. He was quiet early. I was like, dude, Keegan and Neek have done a really solid job on him, like making life more difficult. And then he took over, like, you know, they're getting downhill. Jeremy Grant. They just have so many guys. Their starting lineup right now, the shortest guy is Sharp at 6'6". Everyone else is like 6'8", 6'9", 6'9". 7'3" Donovan Keegan. They have so much size. They bring in Sissoko off the bench, who's like 6'7". You know, it's pretty crazy. And Rob Williams, Chris Murray. Everyone is big.
Big people. Big teams.
And I thought that was one of the keys is like having Cardwell and Maxime Raynaud do a good job on the glass. This rebounding was close in a game where, you know, Portland has, you know, it's a pretty good rebounding team. They're outstanding on offensive rebounds near the top of the NBA. They won the second chance about 25-18 tonight, by the way.
Damn.
Care about that.
Damn. Yeah.
God. The other young guys that have been here but are still young, Keegan Murray and Keon Ellis.
Oh, yeah.
I want to start with Keon first. Shout out Keon Ellis. He comes right into the game. You got to stay ready. And there was some gambling from him tonight, but that's also part of kind of Keon Ellis. But Keon Ellis right away, like first play comes in, steal. He ends up with 6 steals in this game tonight.
Oh, my God.
Keon Ellis played 32 minutes. He had 10 points, 6 steals, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He was just 1 of 6 from downtown, did not find the 3-point stroke.
Yeah.
But I was happy to see him and his energy out there.
Same. His activity, like, you know, he's going to have along the perimeter, all those things. But being out there and not being a non-factor, because I think we've seen that with him with some of the opportunities that we have been seeing, where we're like, damn, if you're going to get these minutes, you just got to show up. Way easier said than done. So it's wonderful to see him in a game where he got 33 minutes, knew he was going to get a lot of playing time probably because Zach was also out, and just showed up. But yeah, I'm with you. Offensively or from the 3-point line, would love to see him knock some of those down. But guess what? He's one of the only people attempting that many threes, and you need someone jacking up some fucking threes.
I can't. Again, tonight's game. And I know
we're
at the point in the season to 6-21 where we've even been talking on the side about, okay, like how much time do we like spend on the actual evaluation of the game when it doesn't really matter. But in a game like tonight where it's close, and you're seeing different young guys, you do spend a little more time talking about what you saw. The 3-point disparity just in general, because this is a bigger topic. Everyone was talking about Portland, not a good 3-point shooting team. Here's the thing you have to know about Portland. They take 42 threes a game, 42 near the top of the NBA, like top 4. They also hit over 14 per game. All right. That's like top 10 in the NBA. They're a great offensive rebounding team. They create second chance opportunities, and their threes are created in a very effective way, right? They're getting downhill into the paint. Abdia and Sharp are great drivers. They get off of it, and then they get out to 3-point shooters. So their efficiency isn't there, but the volume is there.
Yeah.
On the other end of the spectrum, the Sacramento Kings, who literally with the 3-point attempts they're taking right now, they're stuck in like 2009. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is. The attempts are ridiculous.
They go 6 of 19 from 3 today. So they were outscored from 3, 45-18
It's funny.
It's just hard to win games that way.
It is, but it's even
And
like
they almost did it.
and even to say like, oh, they don't have the personnel. I mean, they have enough people that know how to shoot from 3-point land to just like try and get more shots up from 3-point land. Like you have to just find a way to generate more threes. Because look, if you had a system and an identity in place like the Miami Heat, and it was like, oh no, but we don't set any ball screens and we only shoot mid-range shots, and wow, it's translated into wins somehow. It works. Great. That's what you do. They don't have an identity or a system of anything that they're elite at, good at, that's translating into any wins. So what you can do as a basketball team is push the ball and shoot a lot of threes. And they're starting to not starting to, but when they do push the ball, you do see success. And it is something they can do. They had 27 fast break points tonight even.
Damn.
Yeah. And so again, for the Kings, just try and do something else where this game has evolved. Take on that identity a little bit more and try and chuck up a few more threes, generate a few more threes.
And also, I think part of the issue they have is with like tonight's starting lineup, the Kings went bigger. They put Precious Achiuwa in the starting lineup, moved Keegan down to the 3. I think some of the defensive numbers Brendan Nunez put out that the defensive numbers are pretty good when Precious and Keegan play together. But the problem is when you start Precious, Keegan, Maxime Raynaud, DeMar DeRozan, and Westbrook, you look at that lineup and go, who's spacing the floor? Who are the 3-point shooters? Well, Russ is not a 3-point shooter. DeMar, he was 3 or 4 tonight. Give him some love.
But
3 or 4 tonight. But,
sure.
Maxime Raynaud, like he maybe can be that in the future. He took 3 tonight? Okay. Keegan only took 4, 1 of 4, and then Precious did not take 1. My point is, you don't have a whole bunch of 3-point shooters on this team right now.
You don't, but can't even Precious shoot a corner 3?
He can't.
Like, that's my point. Like, you just named 5 guys where it's like, hey, it's not their identity, but you don't sure, as an individual, you might have your own identity. Yeah, I can shoot the 3, but I don't always shoot the 3. Shoot the fucking 3.
Yeah, but part of it too is they also are just more times than not this year have been so stagnant offensively that the ball is not moving. They're not getting in the paint. They're not making quick decisions.
In the spacing, like you said,
Yeah,
it's
just not great.
It's all so true. I guess I'm just trying. It's easier said than done.
I was excited tonight to see 29 assists. That was great. All right, great. But they had 18 turnovers.
Yeah.
But the reality is you're not going to win in this league by attempting 19 threes. It's just what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's just not good enough. And tonight they were in it because they got to the free throw line at such a high level, 34 free throw attempts, knocked down 31 of 34. And then the points in the paint were through the roof for Sacramento. They end up with how many points in the paint? 74 points in the paint.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen every night.
Well, I mean, look, you had 74. Not only does it not happen every night, it still didn't end up in a win. So it's like that was something you and I were laughing about early on in this game when the Kings were doing such a great job of getting to the paint or, knocking down a shot. And then on the other end, it was like, damn, Shaden Sharp's coming down with a 3 or who else had Kamara had was 3 of 8, and Jeremy Grant late in the game, my point is it was just like, well, that one extra point each time is going to be more than your 2, the math is the math.
A couple other good notes for Sacramento. They had a 40-point first quarter, isn't it?
Hey, oh my God. That was fun.
Yeah.
I like the way that they said
it was an entertaining game for what
the
it was.
fight was there.
It was.
Yeah.
A bad call at the end. DeMar was vintage Debo, showing teams around the league what he can do. Your young guys got big minutes. That was exciting. And some of your young guys did good things. And then you got the Malik Monk stuff. Dude, okay.
They went down and they fought back. And they forced an OT. So I'll take it.
Let's talk some trade rumors coming up in just a second. We should mention we're presented tonight by our friends over at Centivo Vineyards and Winery.
I saw some people being like, drinking wine. Oh, yes. Centivo Vineyards and Winery. The best wine. It's local. The the family that owns it, they're all Kings fans. They're all amazing as
Yeah.
well. You should go check them out at CentivoVineyards.com, or you can go to their tasting room in Sassoon Valley, which is just right in that Fairfield area. It's beautiful. It's stunning. If you're looking for something to do for the holidays, or if you're looking for a gift, go to CentivoVineyards.com.
Also presented by our friends over at
Medic Ambulance. Woo, woo. Medic Ambulance has set the standard in emergency medical services for over 45 years now. From life-saving responses to being the team behind the scenes at your favorite events, Medic is here to serve. Learn more at medicambulance.net.
Appreciate their support. The Deuce and Mo podcast. I feel like the Butcher and Barrel player of the game is I thought it was going to be really easy tonight.
It is.
Oh, really? I'd love to know who you say it is.
I think it's Max.
I did give it to Max.
Okay. Well, you're telling us already.
But Debo definitely does. If we had a Butcher and Barrel player of the game, I would give some love to DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, no,
But
that's
I gave it to the
fair.
rookie, Maxime Raynaud, 29 points, 11 rebounds on 10 of 20 shooting in his 36 minutes of work. He also had 4 offensive rebounds in this game, so that was
Ooh.
awesome. Him and Debo, though. Debo, 33 points.
Let us ride the high, though, of the Maxime Raynaud.
Yeah.
You know?
I just realized Westbrook had 20 points, 10 assists in this game on 8 of 11 shooting.
Oh, so wait, is he going to be our Butcher and Barrel
No, it's
player?
Maxime Raynaud. And if
Okay.
you've not been to Butcher and Barrel, there's no
Oh.
better place to go. A lot of home games coming up. So if you're going to a
Yes.
Kings game, go get some good food
Oh my
at Butcher and Barrel, Morgan.
They keep posting their
Yeah.
winter menu with all the items, and they show this whole video, and I'm just like, okay, I need to go in. And you can go into, like Deuce said before, any Kings game, and they have a pregame discount deal, $38 for a Wagyu burger, a shot, and a beer. They're also such amazing people, local, amazing, and just fantastic elevated dining.
Give me a hell yeah!
We'll get to the moment of the game coming up in a bit. We need to get to some rumors, Morgan. Do we need some
Oh.
trade rumors? DMZ style, because these are just rumors. DMZ. This is courtesy of Mark Stein
Ooh.
and his awesome Substack.
I say, ooh.
The Sacramento Kings, a team that is shaping up as the most likely to sell ahead of the trade deadline, according to Mark Stein. Quote, assets is a word I would use to describe the Kings, said a veteran NBA exec. The Kings have communicated to the rest of the teams that they have no intention of including draft picks in trades to offload their vets.
Good. Thank
Yes,
you.
come on.
Love hearing that.
I know you want to move off some of the vets.
Don't-
They're going to be challenging. Some of them are going to be challenging. If you're trying to move Sabonis, I don't know, maybe a little challenging. Levine, challenging. Do not attach future picks to that. You need those picks.
Yeah, especially in the direction that you want to go. Yes.
They also do not wish to use Keon Ellis' contract to try to sweeten any deals.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I want Keon Ellis on the team. I hope that he's here and they can extend him and everything's fine going forward. But like, if you're trying to move off Levine, your options could be limited. Like,
Yeah.
you may have to sweeten it.
Not only
How do you
that.
sweeten it if you're not going to give up picks and maybe not like Keon Ellis? Here's my thing.
What?
My pushback on this, though, is if you don't think you're going to keep Keon Ellis after this year,
This is where, okay,
Then
this is my
move him.
pushback. This is my,
Okay.
No, it's same thing. And even with the playing time thing and everything, that the DMPs that we've seen throughout this season, I'm like, wait, if you don't think that he should even be in the rotation, even though you go, where do I find the minutes? You find the minutes. You do the 20 minute, I don't care. You find the minutes. I understand it can be difficult. Have someone delegate the work. If you're Doug Christie, make sure that certain guys are playing certain minutes, whatever. But like Keon Ellis should be playing if you're not trying to sweeten deals and get rid of him.
play him and keep him.
Yeah.
Or don't and move on.
Absolutely.
You have to decide.
Mhm.
And the worst thing that could happen, I think, is you have an opportunity to move on. If you're not going to keep him and you have an opportunity to attach him to something or get something for him, and you go, you dilly-dally around, you don't get the extension done, and he goes, I'm out of here, bye. You got nothing for me, bye.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not a huge expiring contract. You didn't get an asset back, and you just lost a guy who could be a good 3-and-D player. he checks the boxes of like the 6 pillars that Scott Perry talks
We
about,
got
right?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're not going to use it,
Yeah.
or they also do not wish to use Keon Ellis' contract to try to sweeten deals. And Stein also says that Keon Ellis is obviously attracting a lot of attention around the league. He's a player that stands out because there's a scarcity throughout the NBA of available 3-and-D players. These contending teams are going, yeah, this guy's available. Sure.
Yeah.
We'll take him. Next up on DMZ. DMZ. This one from Sam Amick. Keon Ellis is a very popular player around the NBA. The feeling that is if they decide to trade him, the Kings would like to receive a first-round draft pick.
Love it. Aim high. Come on now. Sick of, I mean, that's the thing in this league. You can ask for anything. And you can see generational players go for nothing. Like, just do your job and make sure that you are setting a standard and a tone of what you want as an organization, as a GM, and everything. Does that make sense? Like, is that?
Yeah. I mean, if you're not going to keep him,
Yeah.
you better get something out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would definitely love, I mean, if you're first round pick in this draft, yeah.
The only thing in the Sacramento market that is always going to be something is like when it comes to free agents and trying to sell them to come here. If you're winning, that's an easier sell. You have probably one of the best arenas in the league. And now when I say that too, I always have to think again and go like, you know, some players don't give a shit, whatever. It's not like college where they want like the best amenities and all those things.
Morgan,
you know,
you
like
build a
they're so
winning
rich.
culture, you can attract players.
That's
That's the
it.
only way. If
That's
Sacramento wins, if you
Yeah,
become
yeah.
a respectable team and can show that you can be I don't know, functional for more than a year and
Thank
a
you.
half, then you might have interest. I mean, there was times in the early 2000s where the Kings attracted some pretty solid
Yes.
free agents because they had their shit together.
That is where, but that's my point with free agencies. Sure, you're going to have to sweeten deals and stuff, but like when it comes to like, hey, you might actually have valuable assets. Don't just go easy on people. Like, see what you can do because you're already in a shitty place. See what you can do. Get the most.
That's a quick look at DMZ, and I'm so mad at myself for not mentioning this yet. We shout out to Maxime Raynaud, right? Because of his big game, but we also sat down with him on a brand new episode of Conversations with Deuce and Mo. It's a thing we've been doing this season, talking to players, coaches, execs, and former players about their journeys to the NBA. It's on the Sacramento Kings YouTube page. Check it out. We talked to Max for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
The conversation went
so
everywhere.
fun.
Here's one of the clips from our conversation with Maxime Raynaud.
Have you had a welcome to the NBA moment? Like,
there's been a couple of moments where you just feel like you're a little baby sometimes. The first time we played Denver and Valanciunas really put me under the rim, I was like, I mean,
he's
dude.
so big. What about Steven Adams?
No,
Steven Adams
big
he's
is-
humans.
Steven Adams was crazy because he's talking to you. He's like, "Oh, good try, mate," and you're like, "Okay, dude, like, what do you want me to do?" But no, those moments like that, I think they're also it's a new thing every week. You're discovering something crazy every week, and it's been a crazy journey so far.
So there is a brief clip from our chat with Maxime Raynaud. Check it out on the Sacramento Kings YouTube page. We've also talked to Nate Clifford, Jamal Crawford,
Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson. That was a really good one. Bobby Jackson talking
Yeah.
about his journey.
Oh,
Bobby Jackson went
my.
through some shit
Yeah, he
growing up.
did.
We got
Yeah.
deep with
Do you,
Bobby.
do you know? Did everyone know out there that he has a twin?
On National Twin Day, you reference that too. Bobby Jackson does have a twin. We learned that.
Wait, did
A
I?
twin sister.
Did I reference that?
No, just now you did.
Oh wow, you're right. I was like, why didn't I say that earlier? Damn it!
Anyway, a lot of good conversations. It's a new series that we've been doing. It's been a lot of fun. So check it out. We'd appreciate it. Want some NBA stuff?
Yeah.
This one's about Giannis.
Okay.
Giannis talked to the media today.
Uh-huh.
He's been out with a calf strain. I'm just going to read it because the headline is he denies talking to the Bucks about his future.
I haven't seen this yet, so this is great.
He says, well, if my agent is talking to the Bucks about it, he is his own person. He can have any conversation he wants about it. At the end of the day, I don't work for my agent. My agent works for me.
True.
There's going to be conversations that are going to be made between him and the Bucks and him and his other players and him and other teams and other GMs, execs around the league. It's something that you can't control. But at the end of the day, I personally have not had the conversation with the Bucks. And then a reporter pushed back and was like, well, I mean, if he does work for you, I mean, like,
Yeah.
you could tell him not to have conversations about your future with the
Yes.
Bucks if you don't want him to. Giannis says, I tell my wife all the time, I say, stop shopping at Target. Every day she wakes up and she's like, I'm going to Target. I'm like, babe, stop. You're addicted to Target. Every day. Today, she went to Target. I can't control. She's a grown-ass woman. I can't control what she does. So the same thing with my agent. I can't control the conversations they're going to have.
She doesn't
I
work for
can't
you.
control the people that approach them. At the same time, I can't control teams that approach the Bucks. A lot of people have great relationships with their agent. With me, I do have a good relationship with my agent, but they know that once the season starts, you don't call my phone. You don't talk to me about endorsement deals. You don't talk to me about basketball. You never played the game. Let me take care of my job. You take care of your job.
Okay, that's not how an agent works. And by the way,
Morgan.
your wife doesn't work for you. So, like, yeah, even if you're telling her to not go to Target, like, she is a grown ass woman and can do whatever the fuck she wants. But, like, for your agent, if your agent kept going to Target and you told them not to go to Target, you work for me, like, I need you to stop going to Target because that's not where I want us to shop for things for my future and my career, then your agent needs to listen to you.
Morgan, this is the problem. He doesn't want to be the bad guy.
100%.
This is all it's about. It's like, I don't know what he's doing. Dude, if your agent is literally having conversations about how you're feeling about things and your future in Milwaukee, and you're trying to act as if you don't know, it's just, I'm sorry. We're calling bullshit on it. And it's fine. Like, I'm not even hating on him for having conversations. Like, dude, you're deep in your career. If you have thoughts about your future in Milwaukee,
Yes.
so be it. But like when you're just like lying to the media, and
Well,
and
that's
if you're not,
gaslighting. Yeah.
it is wild
Yeah.
because you're right. We both have agents.
Yeah.
And our agent, like, he's not just gonna like, hey, I've been talking to this person about this and this
No.
and this, and you're gonna be doing this. It's like, no, agent, we work together.
It's collaborative.
And we talk about goals and things we could be interested
Or
in.
even if they're negotiating a deal, like we've had to be like, yeah, no, we don't want that. We want more. Okay, I'm your agent. I'm going to go get you more. Like that's how, and what's so great is that they get to be the bad guy in that way and keep asking for more money, benefits, whatever, while you get to sit back and they do that job. And that's why they get paid what they get paid.
So what do you think he should have said about this whole thing? If he didn't want to be forthright and be like, yeah, I'm thinking about, all aspects of my future. Do you think he should just play the whole like, look, I'm focused on right now. I'm trying to get back from this calf injury and help my team win. That's what I'm focused on. Those are things I'm not discussing.
The whole thing is he denies talking to the Bucks about his future, right?
Yes.
And so, yeah, I guess at the end of the day, then if that is the question that is being asked, then you just say, oh yeah, like we've had our own conversations, that are private conversations. My agent is doing a lot of the talking though. So like, he's the one that has so much information, but either way, right now I'm focused on everything that I'm doing, which is just really getting healthy and getting back on the floor to be with my teammates.
So like if he gets traded in February
Yeah.
by the deadline,
Yeah.
is it going to be because the Bucks just decided to, like, they were done with him, or is it because Giannis's agent was having conversations behind his back and told him to? Or it's just such a strange thing to say. And Giannis is a smart enough guy. He knows this.
He's a PR guy too.
He's just in a bad spot, I think. He doesn't want to be looked at as the bad guy. And to be honest, I don't know that he would if he ultimately was just like,
Look,
this is the type of stuff that makes you the bad guy. These type of answers, and like,
breakups are never easy, and I just hate when anyone tries to make anyone look like the bad guy. The same thing happened with Dame Lillard. The same thing happened. I mean, even with De'Aaron here in Sacramento, it felt like, both nobody wanted to be the bad guy within this breakup, but it's like, it's not easy on anyone. Like, no one's going to be perfect in these situations, and no one needs to be mad at anyone for ever necessarily wanting out, but sometimes people are going to be hurt and they are going to feel those emotions and be like, I'm sad that they want to go anywhere. I remember when all those rumors back in the day, because I was so obsessed and in love with Chris Webber. And I remember like when there was rumors like even he could be traded, or like he might want to be traded to this team or whatever else. I remember like it felt like he was personally attacking me because I was young and stupid and just was like, what is he doing? Doesn't he love me? Doesn't he want to marry me one day? Who's this Tyra Banks bitch? It's about me.
So stupid.
I was obsessed.
Well, I don't know. I wonder how long this Giannis thing's going to go, because there's also the other rumors that we've talked about on previous podcasts that they don't want to move him, and they're still looking at ways to improve the team now. And I guess if you're them, it's kind of like, why not? If you're not giving up a tremendous amount to do it, like they've been tied to Levine, right? Is that the Zach Levine deal?
That's not going to do.
It probably wouldn't do much for them, right? I mean, would it make them better? I don't know. It depends on what they give up to Sacramento. It's a lot of money to trade for to match. But let's just say, all right, it keeps Giannis the rest of this season. Maybe they make a little interesting run. The worst case scenario is that then they have a $48 million expiring contract next year in Levine.
When is Giannis's deal up though? Like,
yeah, it's he's under contract for a minute. So.
Okay, so yeah, no, it's like, I guess what you could do is try everything in your power. What makes people happiest?
So
winning.
here he's got the rest of this year. He's got next year at 58.4 and then an option for 62.7.
Okay.
So, and then you start getting into extension talks too.
Well, and I guess he's most valuable trading him now, rather than going into a year where it's like a player option year, right? Because if he's traded to that team, the team could be like, I need a guarantee that you're gonna pick up that option.
And then, well, that's the other layer to all this. You say this, but it's just like, how much influence is he having in where he ends up?
Well, right. But at the same time, you saw what happened in the Luka deal. And it's like, people can just actually do what they want and
the
mess
difference is
with relationships too.
Sure, but I mean it's not the right comparison, because Luka had no knowledge of the trade that was done behind his back.
But he could still have no knowledge of a trade that could go. Like, he can do the Bucks can technically do right now whatever the hell they wanted right this second.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. But I get that we're like in these conversations where it's like already put out there. And I'm sure interest and chatter from other teams. And I'm sure Giannis or his agent has talked to the Bucks about where he would like to land.
Absolutely.
I'm sure. But like, he can't hold that over them right now. He could, but I feel like they still have enough power with his contract and how much time's on there to trade with any team they wanted.
I don't know.
Really?
I think today's era is so different.
It is.
I don't think that's the case. I disagree.
Okay.
I mean, it's because it's not that much time. It's really 2 years after this year.
Right. Barely 2 years.
The next thing I wanted to get to, the NBA Cup final being moved from Las Vegas potentially, and they could be playing it next year at Cameron Indoor Stadium Arena. Is it stadium or arena?
I have no idea.
Where Duke plays. That's going to make me mad. Cameron, what do they call it? Because I always just call it Cameron Indoor. They call it a stadium, and it threw me off because it's not.
It's an arena.
Stadium, you think of these grand, huge,
it's a football
massive.
Stadium.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, playing at the home of Duke, the league's contract with T-Mobile Arena to host the Cup Finals is year to year, so there's no hurdle to moving the game. The semifinals won't be played in Vegas next year. They'll be played in the home markets, and then they still want to play this at a neutral site. I gotta be honest, my first reaction is, I love this. It's a small venue. The only fear you have with it is like, all right, who are you letting into this game? Because if you have a lot of like college students there, you have to have the vibe. That's what makes that venue special.
Yeah.
Is you have an incredible fan base that is nonstop. And I understand it's not going to be a Duke game, but if it just turns into like, hey, none of these teams' fans are traveling to North Carolina to watch a game.
Yeah.
It's all sponsors, media, and just
Ugh.
celebs. Then what is it really any better
No.
than Vegas?
No, because the initial thing, I'm so with you. It makes me excited. Going, holy shit, you get a whole bunch of college students, Duke students, whatever, at this game. Love it. The atmosphere, obviously, it's not going to be the same atmosphere because they're not rooting on their college team. But maybe there is something else to, I guess, motivate, or, you know, like they could root on or whatever.
I mean, I feel like if I was a student at Duke,
Yeah.
and the NBA Cup was coming, but then again, that's the other thing.
Who are you rooting for?
No, hear me out. I think the other thing is, when are finals? Because like, are they even home? It's like the holidays right now. They're going to even have college kids there. But if I was in college and an NBA game was being played at Duke, dude, I'm 100% going.
Yeah.
I don't care who's there. I'm just gonna be loud, obnoxious. We'll find
That's
someone
what
not
I
to
want.
like.
I just want everyone to be
Yeah.
obnoxious, no matter who's shooting a free throw. You know, like on both ends of the floor, like, oh, shh, you know, doing all of those things that they do. I want that for both teams, all game long.
I don't think that would happen, but I would want the atmosphere. That's the biggest thing, is the atmosphere. In Vegas, it's just not there. You're giving these fan bases like no notice to go to Vegas. It's a holidays. No one wants to go to Vegas to watch an NBA Cup game like on a whim.
No.
The vibes are weird. It's
whim.
just like,
Yeah,
all
people
right.
like to plan. People like to plan. And there's
But I
so much
do-
money being spent in December.
Like seeing it in an iconic venue too. Like that's a great venue. It's a little smaller. It has the ability to be loud. It just looks different than just every basic, like, oh, cool. It's we're at this big venue in Las Vegas.
Yeah, T-Mobile.
Dude, it would look very cool.
Oh, I think it would be awesome. I think it's a great idea.
What do you think of the Knicks not hanging up their NBA Cup championship banner?
It's weird. And it's just, I mean, it's doing a disservice to what the NBA Cup is trying to be. And by the way, that game was iconic. It was fun. You know, like the last couple of games of the cup tournament or whatever was fantastic. And it felt like these guys were playing, whether it was for the money or just because like their peers were sitting at home watching them. You know, Stan Van Gundy mentioned that on a broadcast. He's like, no one's playing in a game right now. They're the only ones playing. Everyone's watching them. Their peers are watching. If they watch basketball, their peers are watching them and seeing what they're made of.
I don't know why we have to act like we're too good to put a banner up. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, especially with what you're saying, we're trying to grow the cup into something. Like, acknowledge it as a cool moment. Like you mentioned, the players were into it. They were
Totally.
fired up after it. They played a tough game. That game, that gave them some juice.
Yeah.
They were all amped up. Mike Brown in the interview after screaming, like talking
Yeah.
about the fan base. It was a cool moment. And I understand the big picture. There's nothing that says you can't hang an NBA Finals banner.
Yeah.
But you haven't done that in a very, very long time in New York.
Right.
So let's not act like you're littered with championship banners. You haven't been there since 99, 2000 against the Spurs.
Just put it next to your
98, 99? Yeah. 98, 99 season. Like,
put it next to your Harry Styles banner.
dude, that's the other thing. They have a banner at Madison Square Garden for Harry Styles for selling out 15 consecutive nights at the Garden. Oh, but can't put an NBA Cup one up there. James Dolan, come on, man, dude.
It's
Anyway.
petty. It's petty. It's weird. I don't like it. But guess what? If it was in Sacramento, there'd be a parade. I'd be.
There wouldn't be a parade, but we'd be pretty amped up.
I'd be.
Dude, how amped
Scheduling
up
a parade.
when the Kings won an NBA Cup game in advance to take on the Pelicans. And we're like, oh, dude, if they win this game, there's a chance to get to Vegas. Like
We were
amped
so
up for
excited.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, they were amped. They won the play-in game over the Warriors. It was a cool moment.
Appreciate those moments, people.
Yeah.
We would hang the banner.
Let's get to some super chats real fast, Morgan,
Sweet.
because we have a few of those. And shout out to the basketball sickos here late
Dude.
night. I mean, it's almost 2 a.m. Jesus.
Why are you guys up?
You guys are awesome.
Go to bed. Just
Shout out to
kidding.
Cameron. He's been a member for 2 months, saying, what it do, Deuce and Mo crew?
Thank you.
Angela Joe, or is that Angelo? Angelo Joe has been a member for 39 months, saying, good morning.
Give me a hell yeah.
Top in the morning to ya.
Jake is saying that tonight's game was rigged. So Vegas was called. He donated $2. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Kat donated $2 saying wine o'clock. What do you think the moment of tonight's game was?
Ooh. I don't want it to be the Jeremy Grant dunk.
I think it's Debo taking over. Like the
Okay.
shot he had at the end of the fourth for 3, the shot that looked like the game winner.
Okay.
Unbelievable. And then Max's career night.
How about
And then the sneaky one.
what's the sneaky one?
The Cardwell blocking Shaden Sharp on the perimeter.
Ooh, that was good. But also, Keegan had a nasty jam in this
Morgan,
one.
What the hell? We didn't even talk about Keegan. We did Keon and we didn't talk about Keegan. And people are already turned off the podcast probably.
Well, we can talk about
Keegan Murray had 17 points, but you know what he also had tonight?
What?
4 blocks.
Well,
This guy is a block machine. And it's not, these are not cheap blocks he's getting.
then as we talk about Keegan, let's just make him our J Street Dental moment of the game.
Yes.
Okay, so Keegan Murray, our J Street Dental moment of the game, enriching lives and
One of
enhancing
them.
smiles. Head to jstreetdentalgroup.com. You can also check out their sister office, Sacramento River Dental. It's a new year coming up, so you're going to want to make sure you have the perfect dental hygiene, the perfect smile for 2026.
Yes.
Head over to jstreetdentalgroup.com.
Keegan's defense is outrageous. And I know we've talked about it so much.
Yes, we have.
His game tonight specifically, I'm so mad we didn't get to this earlier. What the
Okay.
hell?
Who cares?
He
You're
came
getting
out
to it.
aggressive.
Yeah.
So aggressive. And
Offensively.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was huge to see. He ends up with 17 points, 8 of 17, shooting 1 of 4 from 3. Did not get to the free throw line. He takes on the toughest matchups, but seeing him be aggressive, I mean, he had the one attack on Klingon early.
Oh, my God.
Some strong drives to the
Dude,
basket.
What was the dunk that I'm talking about that
Oh,
he had?
from him?
Was it in transition or something?
Yeah.
I think it was, and there was another one where he slipped a screen and it was with Russ and Russ had a perfect pass in.
It was funny because it was right in that they were in transition going into that. I'm like, God, they should use Keegan as a screener. Like, what are they doing this for? And right away, he comes up, slips the screen, gets a great look. Yeah, he had a nice jam tonight. He's playing good basketball.
Yeah.
And I know I went on that big Keegan like rant last game, but I'm gonna stay consistent on this. Like he's a very good player, and I think with the right situation around him, you will see that at an even better level. What he's doing defensively with the shot blocking now, he ends up with 4 blocks. He had 5, 6 last game. He's averaging,
He's everywhere.
I think, almost 2 blocks a game this year.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously I think sometimes too, when we say we know what he can do on the defensive side, but when you look around the league and you look at someone that can guard multiple positions like he can at such an elite level and the best players on every single team, think about when there was a good team around him and he's defending Steph Curry or Kevin Durant or whoever else. The other thing I wanted to bring up with Keegan was, people want to compare the draft of Shaden Sharp and Keegan Murray and talk about like, oh, well, who's doing better? Because Shaden Sharp obviously is putting up some big numbers as well. It's not about comparing, but I think if you do look at both situations, you have to look at Keegan Murray's situation over the last couple of years, and especially the one that he's in right now, and who he has around him. And I say that more because these are guys that have the ball in their hands. They are going to have more opportunities, all the different things. Shaden Sharp is in a position right now where all these point guards are out. Dame, Drew Holiday, Scoot, like they're all out. So it's him. Like he's not even a true point guard and he's having to play in that position, have the ball in his hands and do so much out there. So hopefully Keegan like he played tonight, starting this game in the first quarter, offensively, just being aggressive and going. That's the shit when you see, even if Zach LaVine's back. I don't care who's out there on the floor. He's just got to play like that.
It's also opportunity, though. He's got to get the ball to do it.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And that's why I'm like, even if these guys are out there, but it's not, saying that is so much easier said than done.
I love his defense so much.
Yeah.
And someone in the chat, Fastlane, was talking about it. I think Keegan at the 3 is the answer. I agree. I mean, we've been saying that for a while. You get Keegan at the 3. The Kings tonight, especially in this game, not to go so far back to this game, but just from the size, it's just when you have to put him at the 4, and then you've got like Knicks at the 3 in some of these lineups.
Yeah.
Which is great. But you're guarding 6'8", 6'9" players. It's just such a challenge. And then you get hurt on the glass.
Yep.
It's so much more effective at that 3 spot with some size up front. You need size in this league. Yes. Anything else I had on this? Real fast. J Street Dental moment of the game. Since they lost, we have to pull out one.
Oh.
We have to pull out one. That's the rule.
That's the rule. Here he goes. And he's got a big old piece of paper.
We go back to January 25th, 2024 against the Warriors. 134, 133. Who won? Harrison Barnes had 39 points in the game.
The Kings won then.
They had to have won that game. I just have to look down.
Yeah.
You know it's going to bug me.
At least you write down the date.
I know. January 25th. I'm surprised I don't remember that game. But I think what I do remember of that game is that Harrison Barnes got hot early. Let's see here. Yep. Okay. It was Harrison Barnes' career high. Sabonis' dunk with 22 seconds left. Curry loses the ball, and the Kings hold on to beat the Warriors 134 to 133. Barnes had a career high 39 points, back-to-back baskets in crunch time, and the Kings held them off. Let's see. Anyone else in that game? Yeah. Harrison Barnes at 39. Fox at 29.
Oof.
The bonus at 18, 13, and 8.
And now they're doing it for the Spurs.
Okay.
Wow. Sorry.
J Street Dental moment of the game. My God.
Oh, my God.
Final thoughts.
Oh, my God. My final thoughts. Thank you so much to the people that joined us live. I know so many others watch, obviously, when they wake up and throughout the day, but just appreciate you. It's so fun being able to be with this community at all hours of the day. So appreciate you guys.
Final thoughts. We went to San Francisco a day early and enjoyed some Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
One of the highlights of today being in San Francisco, because that's where the NBC studios are, just for people who don't know, where we do pre and post game for the road games. You just got to go ice skating today. Morgan tried to go ice skating. You were on the ice.
Dude, I'm like so bad at ice skating, meaning I can't ice skate, and I went on the ice. And they don't let you have those helpers to like help you push around the ice thing unless you're 12 or under. And I was like, what if you can't fucking skate? And they're like, sorry, you got to be 12.
Yeah, you figure it out.
Did I figure it out though?
No, you did not. And meanwhile, I'm a natural. Like, if I would have trained, if I would have known I had this in me when I was 8, 9 years old,
seriously,
I might not be doing this podcast right now.
You could be, oh my God, you could be like Olympian.
I probably would have been an Olympian.
Ice skater, Olympian?
Yeah, figure skater.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, figure skater. Would you be with a duo?
No, I'm a solo act.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, someone hates doing a podcast with a partner.
I'm a solo act.
Good for you. I hope no one takes a crowbar to your knee.
Okay, and then one more final thought. Man, I would say my last thing would be composure. So we're at the NBC Sports Studios today, and it's like, I don't know, 4 o'clock. I get a call from Morgan, and she's like, Deuce, I forgot my makeup. And not like, oh, I forgot my makeup in the car, or I left it at the hotel in
didn't
San
pack it.
Francisco. No, she didn't bring makeup. And I'm like, oh,
I don't wear makeup unless I'm on TV sometimes.
huh. In my head, I'm going, I'm not sure how you forget something like that. It seems like a pretty simple thing to pack. Huh? Anyway,
Devastating.
she had a pivot and she went to hit up Kendra Andrews and said, Kendra, I need some help here. You go to Kendra, who lives in the city, got some makeup. Then you go somewhere else to get makeup, and you got the
'cause
job done.
By the way, Kendra is biracial, and if you know how skin works in
Yes.
makeup
Yeah,
world,
thank you.
the foundation, like I'm literally using a very dark foundation, and I'm just trying to pat it on. And she's like, "How did you do that?" Like she was shocked that I made it look blended in and not like too dark or anything. And I was like, I don't know. I just had to make it work. It was magical. I even called a makeup artist who used to do Chelsea Gray's makeup, Lexi, and she is amazing. I love her. But she was super sick. She was like, I would have been there right there. And I'm like, I looked for options.
You made it work.
And definitely wasn't my best, but thank you, Kendra. I love you.
You did it.
Thank you. No, and I stayed composed.
Yeah.
Thanks. I
what I
appreciate
just said.
that shout
Final
out.
thoughts.
Suck at ice
Composure.
skating, but stay composed.
Yeah. Let's see here. One comment. Nelson says, this was good. 1:50 a.m. and signing off soon. A pre-dawn show for those listeners on the East Coast. Any of those there here? Have a good weekend. Safe travels. Hey, we do have a lot of East Coast people. We have people all over the world who watch and listen to the podcast. Last final thought.
Oh, another one.
Really happy seeing some of the young guys get some minutes and thrive. Shout out to DeMar for being the ultimate pro. Keegan doing his thing. I'm excited to see what the next few months look like.
We will see.
We love you guys so much, but we gots to go. We will be back live Saturday, I guess, huh?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. See ya.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.